Congratulations, bro, you're finally watching a video that's actually good for you. Now that I've got your attention, I want you to take your eyes off the screen and just observe your surroundings. Look from right to left, listen to any sounds you might hear. You don't have to wonder what they are or why they're here, just observe them. Feels weird, doesn't it, bro? What you experienced just then is something called presence, living in the moment. And I bet it's been a long time since you felt like this. You know, everyone these days is trying to get our attention, all the content we consume, and it constantly feels like we're just not in the present moment. We're constantly AFK, our brain's just in a different world. We're not actually living life. And I'm making this video not because I'm some kind of self-improvement guru, Buddhist monk who has the secrets to a perfect life. I'm not, bro. I'm just a regular ass dude sitting in his backyard recording a video. And I hope to share some of my wisdom with you. Some of the things I recently learned about being present and how it can massively improve your life. So I hope you can put this video on full screen and just give me your attention for some time. I promise you this video is going to save you from a lot of wrong turns and bad decisions. Now, I want to start this video off by saying that attention is the most valuable currency you have. Your attention is the most valuable thing you possess. Who do you give your attention to? How often? You decide. No one else can decide that, except for you. But unfortunately, we're now living in a world where our attention is very easily, let's say, diverted. Everything's distracting us, commercials, people are trying to sell us things, all the TikToks we consume. And without noticing, we just spend so much time giving our attention away for free, with no return. We're just constantly sitting in our phone, scrolling all day, and what do we get in the end? Nothing, just a little bit of dopamine, a little bit of excitement. What I want to tell you, bro, is that your presence and your attention is the most powerful thing on this planet. So how you use it and what you give it away to is one of the most important decisions you'll make. The videos you consume, the content you watch, the products you buy, the Netflix shows you watch, all of that shapes who you are as a person. It all creates your identity. You start to identify with these things. So if you watch negative content all day or garbage on Netflix, bunch of romance, drama, BS, guess what you're going to become, bro? You're going to become a fan. You're going to become one of these people who's obsessed with watching it. How are you actually improving your life? I don't want to sound cliche in this video. I know a lot of self-improvement gurus online are telling you, your attention is the most important thing. But I want to tell you about not just the dangers of it, but the power of presence and how you can use it to cure 99% of your problems. I was recently experiencing some really bad anxiety. And I've noticed that my thoughts they would constantly make me live in another world. I was never actually present in the moment. I look at all the happiest people on the planet, and they're all people who are very present. They know how to be present and in the moment. They know how to enjoy the moment. When you talk to them, you can feel that they're listening to you. Presence is immensely powerful, bro. So if you can learn to control your own presence, you can learn to divert your attention towards things that actually matter, I promise you your life is going to improve in the most unimaginable ways. Now, the reason most people aren't where they want to be in life is because their attention is just fried. Their brain is completely fried from all that content. They wake up in the morning, they scroll. Their attention's already gone. It's somewhere else, thinking about, the Kardashians, or, someone just died, some celebrity. Their attention's all over the place. The moment you wake up, you open your phone. You need to think about the decision you're making. Do you want to be in the present moment and living your life and doing what your intuition tells you to do and pursuing your dreams and making people smile? Or do you want to just sit on your phone and give your attention away to someone who doesn't even know you exist at all? Is that who you want to be, man? I want you to look at your life today and just think about all the places where you give your attention away without any returns. Maybe it's people in your life that you give so much attention to and they don't return any of it. They don't even care about you. Maybe it's the content you've been consuming. Maybe it hasn't improved your life at all and it only makes you negative. You're watching the news all day, becoming negative. Think about the fact that if you use this attention towards things that actually align with your purpose and actually make you a better human being, can you imagine how fulfilled you'll feel? You'll wake up in the morning, nothing's on your mind except for your purpose. You're not thinking about the news or what someone did or the fact that feminists are doing this or the fact that someone went to prison. You're not going to be thinking about all the stuff on the news. You're going to be fully just focused on your mission. Imagine just waking up with that kind of presence where nothing's bothering you. You're just in a good mood. You can pay attention to conversations. Imagine how much of a gift that could be. And you, bro, sitting around with your phone, you're not going to get anywhere like that. You need to find some ways to stop giving your attention away, and I actually want to share some of those with you. Now, the first tip is to learn to be bored. Exactly. You need to learn how to be bored. I know that sounds very counterintuitive and stupid, probably thinking, Egor, what are you saying? You need to learn to be bored, bro. You need to learn to just wake up in the morning and just sit on your bed for like 5 minutes and just think about what you want to do. When was the last time you did that? Your actions are dictated by something you've consumed or what someone has told you. But when was the last time you actually thought for yourself? Not what your mom thinks, not what your dad thinks, not what your friends think, not what the celebrity thinks, what you think. Who do you want to be? Do you want to make YouTube videos like me? Maybe you do. Maybe you want to go and play basketball. That's something I realized by being bored. The best way to find out who you actually want to be is to learn to be bored, bro. Because then your mind and intuition will tell you who you want to be. You need to sit in silence every now and then and just stare at a wall and just think about who you want to be. And guess what you want to do then? You want to start trying things. I recently made a video on some of the coolest hobbies you could do as a guy or as a girl, doesn't really matter. A bunch of cool hobbies. And that's what you need to do, man. You need to start having hobbies. Too many people these days, they just don't have any personality, not doing anything interesting except scrolling and watching YouTube. That's not a personality, bro. Have you ever met that person who just has so many cool skills and hobbies? They play the guitar, they're good at piano, they're good at speaking, they know how to record videos, they're very good at biking, they're just good at everything. You know those kind of people? Don't you want to be friends with them? Doesn't their life seem so much more colorful than yours? You're watching other people have fun on social media instead of actually doing it yourself. You need to be bored and try new stuff. If you don't know what to try out, you can check out my video, but there's a bunch of different hobbies you could start doing. Playing an instrument, playing chess, talking to your family, doing chores at home. Find things to do that will bring you returns. If you spend your whole day doing things that are going to bring you returns, you're going to build up this energy, this life force, and you're going to want to actually be productive. If you think for yourself, man, I promise you're going to find ways to divert your attention into the areas that actually matter. Everyone these days wants your attention. Social media is designed so perfectly to keep people as weak and distracted as possible. And they're not noticing how life is just ticking by. The days are just ticking by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You spent in your phone. You haven't done anything interesting. You went to school. Maybe you worked out, but what else have you done? Have you worked on any of your hobbies? Do you even know who you want to be? Are you trying to figure it out? Or are you just sitting and not doing anything? You need to stop being complacent and just shut out all the distractions. This is the first thing I did, especially if you're going through like mental health problems and other problems, or maybe you're not happy with who you are in life. The first thing you need to do before changing yourself is to shut out the noise, because then you can listen to your intuition and it will tell you what to do. You are not your body, you are not your thoughts, you are just pure consciousness. It's the most powerful thing. So how you decide to spend your attention, that's gonna return, you know what I'm saying? If you decide to give your attention into negative things that only make you more negative, you'll cultivate this negative presence and negative energy. But if you do the complete opposite and stop hanging out with losers and consuming negative content, maybe you'll actually improve your life. Maybe that's why you haven't improved your life. You haven't been positive enough. You haven't been consuming enough positive content and giving your attention to places that actually matter. So that's something I want you to think about. Now, I hope that by now you've realized how important your attention actually is, and I hope that you won't be scrolling after this. But I don't want to end off this video without giving you tangible advice. You know, I've given you tips and stuff, but I want to give you some proper tangible advice which you can apply right now to become more present. Now, the first one is to start reading. Reading is a very powerful way to replace all of that doom scrolling and stuff with specified knowledge. You can pick the book you want, you can pick the subject you want to be more knowledgeable in, buy a book and just read it. That's the first thing. Number 2, learn to be bored. Instead of scrolling and constantly listening to music and constantly being fried, just sit on the bus without doing anything. Just look outside and just think. Or when you're walking somewhere, you're going on a walk, take the headphones out, bro. You don't need to be listening to music all day, I promise you. It's great, but in moderation. So find situations where you can unplug and just let your brain breathe. I want you to look at it as your brain getting a little bit of rainwater. You know what I'm saying? You're giving it a chance to just breathe and grow. From this little seed to sprouting. Bamboo growth, I like to call it. You know, when it grows very fast. Let your brain breathe, bro. Find these situations and just learn to sometimes observe your surroundings. Just look at the things you can see. You know, the sky. The sky today is so nice, bro. That's something I just realized. I haven't even looked up today. That's how fried my attention is. I'm so much in my phone, I haven't even looked up at the freaking sky, bro. The most crazy thing on this planet that reveals space to us. I can see the moon right now. I know it's not dark yet, but it's actually, I can see like half the moon. I didn't even notice that was there until I recorded this video. Pay attention to the stuff around you and listen to the sounds. You know, I don't want to come off as some weird spiritual, like art teacher kind of thing. No, bro, I'm just like a regular dude. I'm just telling you that these are some things you can do now to improve your life. And the final tip I want to give you is to learn to observe your thoughts. This is a concept I read in a book I recently read, which has been the most life-changing book I've ever read. It's called The Power of Letting Go. I'll flash it on the screen. I don't have it with me right now. I really suggest you read this book, by the way, after you watch it, so I'll link it in the description. But what it tells you is that you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, you are consciousness. Something I've mentioned. You are simply consciousness. So learn to look at your thoughts and all the stuff you see as just thoughts. They're not you. You're simply an observer of the thoughts. You can't control what thoughts come into your brain, but you can control how you look at them and how you observe them and how you react to them. You know, are you going to let that guy shouting at you in the car in traffic to affect your mood? That's your decision. Are you going to shout back, or are you just going to smile and wave at him like nothing happened? That's your choice. You need to learn to look at life from this perspective, and I promise you, letting go is one of the best things you can do for your mental health and for your presence. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't scroll anymore after this. You know, take a rest, man. Go do some hobbies. Go say hi to your mother. She probably just came back from work. She's tired. Go tell her you love her. Make a cup of tea. Relax. You deserve it, bro. I hope to see you in the next video. Пока.